I don't shoot many shots. I don't shoot a lot of coverage, close-ups. I shoot many what you would call a master shot with a lot of the action in. So sometimes I just put one master after another, you know, and but mostly we edit quickly. When I finish filming a movie, it usually takes me 1.5 weeks. And all the editing is finished.
Oh, so quickly?
The whole film is finished quickly, yes.
So how about this one? I mean, the Coup de Chance?
Say it again?
I mean, the new movie, Coup de Chance.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. It's all in French?
In French, yes. I thought it would be easy. I don't speak French, but and I thought it was.
So it's easier for you.
Yeah. Everything sounds good, you know. So, but I thought it would be easy, but it was not as easy as I thought. It was a little more difficult because I didn't know the language, and the problems you face making a movie are usually solvable. Usually you can solve the problems. If you can't solve the problems, you don't die. You know, it's not life-threatening.
他不让你紧张的，其实他本人不让你紧张的，就他也不是兴奋的人，他非常的平静哈。要 push 一个 button， 他就继续说下去；再 push 一个，他就继续再说下去。我觉得非常的 nice 和 calm， 因为我们见到他的荧幕镜头都是那神经质的嘛，就是 awkward、social awkward， 就或者很那个，但本人非常的平静。If you name 3 movies, the 3 titles are best in your mind, in your heart about your movie.
3 of mine.
Yeah. If you name
good
3.
or bad?
Bad. The bad. The good. The best. The best. The best.
I think Midnight in Paris was a very good movie. I think Match Point was a very good movie. I think Bullets Over Broadway was a good movie. Purple Rose of Cairo was. I think those 4 movies, you know, were arguably very good movies.
So no Annie Hall, no Manhattan?
Yes, they were. I thought they were fine, but I thought these were better.
So which one is worst?
Pardon me?
Which one is worst?
Oh, I made some beauties. I think I missed The Boat with a movie I made called Another Woman. I tried, but I failed.
So at that time, Bergman is your hero in about movie.
Yes.
And now after 50 movies you have produced, you have directed. So do you feel you approach Bergman or still far away from him?
Oh, no, I don't. I think there are a certain amount of filmmakers like Bergman, Fellini, Kurosawa, you know, the French filmmakers, Jean-Luc Godard and Truffaut and Vittorio De Sica, Buñuel, a group that are just a pantheon of great artists, great deep artists. And then there are all the rest of us. And, you know, and we make films for better or worse that are some are very good, some are not very good, and but we are not as extraordinary as that group, and I put Bergman very high in that group.
So what's the critical difference between you and this group in your mind?
Well, it's a difference between genius and talent. I have some talent for making films. I can make them, and many of them come out okay. But these people are geniuses. I mean, they're film in the area of film making. They're geniuses, and that is the difference.
But many people think you are a genius too.
Yes, but they're wrong. I'm not. I have No, I mean, if you take my best films and you put them in a festival along with Kurosawa's best films and Bergman's best films, and you would see the difference right away.
But during your long career, so which period is the most creative period in your career?
I feel I've just been burning on a low flame continuously.
Keep burning.
Continuously. The periods of time. I don't mean every film was good, because it's not so. I mean, if you go to see a movie of mine and pay your money to see it, there's a good chance that you'll see something decent. That you won't feel afterwards, oh, I'm sorry, I wish I could get my money back, I wasted my time. Most of them, I think, are decent films, but that's all. Interestingly, I have thought about the possibility of not making any more films, but not so much because it was my 50th, a combination. And also a few things. One is it's always very difficult to raise money for movies. So, and I always manage to raise it, but it's always hard. And I don't know if I want to go through that process of this and that, or all the things we have to do to raise money. Because when I make a film, I don't let anybody read the script or tell me anything. They have to be willing to put the money in and leave me alone. I'll give them the film when it's finished. There's not a lot of people that like that idea.
So maybe this one is the last one?
Possibly. It possibly is.
So with lots of regret? If it's the last one,
I regret where the film industry has gone. I regret that it's been co-opted so much by television. When I used to make films, when the film was finished, it would go into theaters all over America, and people would go and see it on a big screen, and it was a nice cinematic experience if they liked the film. But now, you put it out, and sometimes it goes right to streaming on television. Sometimes many people watch it at home and don't come to the cinema because they can see it in their bedroom or their living room. It's not the same enjoyment, the same fulfillment that I had when I was first making films.
Yeah, I'm thinking of other things. 你们就我一个人看吗
Can I help you?
How much?
It's $16.
16.
Yes.
Jake once said, sometimes the thought is closer to the truth.
我基本上睡了2个小时在里面。哎呀，我就看了10多分钟吧，我坐在对。又很严肃，又不像那个伍迪·艾伦的片子里面说话那样的，然后我就一下就睡着了。就是你有时候你觉得他太絮絮叨叨说这些事情了，但那些絮絮叨叨好像永远有一种特别的魅力，让你好像仍然可以 进去随他去感受一下，因为叫那个 Paris Theater 嘛，然后那感觉，就为什么让我想起德州巴黎那个电影？就我好像被遗弃在一个电影院里面，困得不行，然后一觉就醒来，哇！但我觉得这个电影院真好啊，你随时可以逃进去。
反正乌迪安的以前就会这么就躲进电影院去。
对对对，我看了，他很喜欢，他是在 Brooklyn 吧，无数个电影院，对，所以我看着我还挺羡慕那个童年的，
I was always escaping into the cinema to leave the real world behind. The real world is a very unpleasant place. An existence without meaning. It's a freak of nature that we exist, and it's painful. And if you go into a movie house, dark, it's quiet. Cinema, it's great. They don't get sick. They don't die. They make the right decisions. The endings are happy. Everything is pretty. The people are pretty. The locations are pretty. The sets, the costumes. It's very, that should be the way life is, instead of that being an escape.
You mentioned that in the purple rose, Cecilia. Cecilia is much more like your own self. You mentioned that?
Yes. It's a very nice life to live in. It'd be nice, like Cecilia, if you could walk into the screen and live there and never walk out.
It's him! Tom, you're back! I want you to meet my fiancée, Cecilia. Ah, you anticipate me. Follow me. Saints preserve us. Trust me. He just comes and goes like he pleases. Come on. But she can't be in here. Why not? Come on. Cecilia, my money's good up here. Got too much money. But it upsets the balance.
What's the difference? He's back, isn't he?
I told you he'd be back.
Can we get on with the plot now?
How can we with her here? But she's here with me, and I'll sock any man in the jaw who makes her feel unwanted.
Well, it's about time you got back
Right,
here.
now we finally go to the Copacabana. None of us have eaten in ages.
Good. I'm bringing a guest. Won't Kitty Haynes be surprised?
I started in cabaret, and then one day someone came into the cabaret and said, would I be interested in writing a film and maybe playing a little part in it or something? And I said, sure, and I wrote it, and they made it into a film, and I thought it was a terrible film, but the film was very successful.
Pussycat.
Very. And so it opened up doors for me. Suddenly, people said, well, would you write another script? Now I was saying, I'll write it, but I have to direct it because I couldn't let somebody else do to it what they did to my first script. Finally, they said, okay, you can direct it. And this was years ago. I made it for $1 million, which is extremely cheap today, ridiculous. And and it was also successful. And then everything started rolling. You know, I made films, people came to see them, they laughed, they liked them. I had more freedom each time. And so I was very lucky my whole life. I never had anybody watching over me or telling me what to do, and that's a rarity when you're dealing with other people's money, and the money is $20 million or $15 million or something. It's not easy.
So what's the inner motivation or driving force for you to do so many different things?
Movies?
Movies, yeah. What's the motivation? I mean, you keep doing it every year.
Because it's comfortable and pleasurable. People think that I work all the time. Not true. It's I write a script. It takes, not that long. If I have an idea, it's very quick. If I don't have an idea, it's longer. But it takes a couple of months, say. I don't work very much, and when I do work, I'm doing something I like. I write a film script at home, and then I go make the movie, and that's fun. And it's a very short-lived job. It's circumscribed. It's 10 weeks, 8 weeks, 11 weeks, whatever. And it's a nice experience.
sorry.
对，其实，在整个伍迪·艾伦的创作生涯里面，这种脱口秀这个 stand up 是非常非常重要的。
Guys, we're all here for him. They're very funny. He's a friend of everyone. Give it up for Bruce!
My name is Bruce. My Chinese name is Jing Yang. I named myself Bruce because when I was a kid, I was dreaming myself to be this super masculine type, like Bruce Wayne, Bruce Banner. But I ended up skinny like this. But it's also weird to use a dating app and find your friends on that. Should I like them or dislike them? If I like them, I don't want them to feel like I really like them. Because most of the time, I don't like my friends. But if I got too many friends coming to that.
你什么时候第一次看到过伍迪·艾伦的 talk show？ 就是在视频上都行。就是、
talk show 嘛，如果说安妮霍尔那段里边有一段他讲 stand up，、那算的话，那就很早了。我就是可能高一那会儿看他电影。
这么早啊！
我高中就特喜欢他。为什么
呢？为什么那么喜欢伍迪·艾伦？对。
我高中的时候没谈过恋爱，天天就看他电影就幻想。
哦，他是你的恋爱的这个填充品是吧？
对，就是天天幻想那种小刺激的事儿，然后特别想来纽约上学。当然我就升学校就是一定要来纽约。
啊，所以你是因为伍迪·艾伦来的纽约？
很多地方很多程度上是这样的。
吵着你了是吗？
上卫生间的你看，很大程度上有他的影响。
那你怎么评价伍迪·艾伦的 genius 的部分呢？就他作为一个创作者，他的天才是什么样的感觉？
我觉得他很厉害一点是他能够一直在他电影里创造一个他的世界，这点很厉害。从某种程度上讲，也来自于他对自己的生活的一种专注。他真的很不太 care 外面怎么着，甚至他尝试这样去做。然后所以他的东西就很能融合他自己的各种特点。比如说他的电影就有很独特的 stand up 的感觉。很多时候他即使写悲剧啊，或者写一些凸显一些负面的情绪，它也是用笑话结构来展示的，所以它电影会一直都让人感觉很爽吧。
I was thrown out of NYU my freshman year for cheating on my metaphysics final. I looked within the soul of the boy sitting next to me. Frowned on that there. And when I was thrown out, my mother, who's an emotionally high-strung woman, locked herself in the bathroom and took an overdose of mahjong tiles. Jammed them down. And I was depressed at that time. I was in analysis. I was suicidal, as a matter of fact, and would have killed myself, but I was in analysis with a strict Freudian, and if you kill yourself, they make you pay for the sessions you miss.
and I can make an audience laugh. But off stage, I'm a serious person. I don't mean an intelligent person or a profound person or a deep person. I'm just humorless.
But being funny is so important.
Being funny, yes, it is important. But to me, and I have this conversation, this debate all the time, I personally, most people don't agree with me, I personally value the more tragic things above the comic things. Because I feel the comic things are always, has one foot in entertainment and distraction and non-confrontational, whereas serious things, tragic things, is more confrontational with what is deep in life and meaningful in life. So if you see a comedy, it's wonderful and it's very entertaining and charming, and you can intellectually draw certain messages from it, conclusions or observations. But if you're seeing something serious, the engagement is more profound. I like very serious things, and I find them actually more entertaining to me. I was so successful immediately doing comic things that it was very hard to change at that time. Not because I didn't want to, but two things were operative. One is they didn't want me to, and they were not going to pay me or hire me to write tragedies. And the second thing, and also equally confounding, is I'm not as good at it. It doesn't come as natural to me. So I like to do it, and I try, and it's a struggle, and I work at it, and I'm more labored, less confident. Whereas comic things, I have no problem with. I don't care about anybody else's opinion or any standards. They said I set my own standards. I make my own rules. I feel 100% at home.
Sunshine comes and you look at the light in the sky, and then you see your eyes shining bright together through the night. Romance is still alive!
现在做喜剧也好，做自媒体也好，或者做各种各样的工作也好，都是挺委屈的一个过程。像喜剧就是很委屈。
为什么觉得委屈呢？喜剧？
因为喜剧的创造过程很多时候都是我有一个很想表达的东西，但我不能说的太真实，我不能说的太过，不能让别人真的感到难受。我只能，但是必须是一个难受的东西才可以，是一个让我难受的东西，然后给它写成一个前提，我就简简说一下，然后瞬间我就要解除这个事情，我就要想尽我的办法说我的伤害为什么不重要？我要每个喜剧的笑话都是这个样子，就那些让我感到难受的东西，为什么可以让你不难受？我的每个笑话的点都得是这个东西。
说得真好，你这个还帮助我极大的理解了伍迪·艾伦，
是吗？
对，他就是这样的嘛。所以那么 heavy 的事情，到他刚说一句，立刻就跳过去了。
其实我一直觉得他的喜剧生涯让他的性格出现了一种特别的倾向，就是他容易把很多东西就是压力都曲解掉。因为喜剧的方式就是说我给你个压力，然后我给你个 punch line， 然后消解掉这个压力。他就把他的人生，我觉得很多事情都是这个样子的，用分心的方式来消解掉很多问题。其实这种方式我觉得就很像喜剧的处理方式，我觉得已经成为他性格一部分了。
但还有一个，
你那天跟我说到，你说喜剧是委屈的。
对，这个可以说一下。
可不又委屈，刚要说就被人打断了。
那哥的，
我真的觉得这个采访还能进行下去，真的是。
I have a question for you. What do you think about Woody Allen?
Woody Allen?
Yeah. Who's Woody Allen?
Who's Woody Allen?
The comedian, director, the very famous guy.
Wait, let me Google a picture.
Wow.
I'm better with faces than names.
Oh yeah, I'm curious. Yeah. Do you watch movies now? Or?
I don't watch movies, bro. I can't sit through a movie. Oh, this dude?
Yeah, this dude.
Yeah, I've seen him before.
Do you like his stuff or?
Yeah, it's cool. I just always thought you were just an old dude in the movie.
Oh yeah, he is.
Yeah, just shit. Oh, it's gonna take long to load, but thank you for the Woody Allen information. I'm gonna go read up on him.
Okay, thank you. Have a good night.
我觉得你可以做很好的节目主持人的，因为他非常随机呢，就帮我完成很多事情。
但是挺好玩的，他都不知道，都不看电影了。
我
现在
真的很奇怪啊，
都不看电影了。现在是，他也没有多年轻。
其实如果能播的，可以很生动啊，太生动了。
I believe in you guys. Massage the temple. This happens when you think too much. You think too much. Hey, what is that camera doing there? Ah! No! Oh. Stay home, stay safe. There's something in the air that's making people laugh. That's crazy. I think somebody leaked out a big giant tank of nitrous oxide. Some clown.
It would have been better if I had waited till I was older, if I had stayed in school and not been so eager to go into show business, but had taken my education more seriously. And so, there's no way of knowing. It could be less interesting. It could also be more interesting. It's possible that that I would have been a deeper writer, a deeper filmmaker. I didn't like school. I didn't like education. I didn't like reading, and I regret that. I regret also when I started, I wanted to be a very serious writer for the theater, like Eugene O'Neill or someone.
Arthur Miller.
Someone serious, yeah. But everything I wrote, people laughed at all the time. So and they liked it. They thought it was very funny, and I kept succeeding, but always wanting not to succeed. They're wanting to do something different, and they would say, "Oh no, we're not going to pay you to do something different. This is very good. We want you. You made Manhattan. We want you to do another film like that. You made this. We want, So I regret that. I should, if I was a more serious person and better educated, I might have started my professional life on a different path and suffered people saying, don't do that, be funny.
就他的电影不是我那么喜欢的，说句实话，一直。但是我又挺奇怪他说话的内容的，因为它里面会提到什么纽约书评，提到海德格尔，提到这个存在主义，就全都是纯知识分子的话题。哇！
OK。
哇！
this is the first editions room. And these are modern authors, 20th century authors for the most part, and 21st.
Jim Grass.
Alphabet.
Yeah, so many. Hemingway.
Hemingway is a favorite.